I'm Mangin, and I believe that with enough creativity, your home can become exactly what you need it to be. Life is ever-changing, and sometimes our homes need to change along with it. Simple projects and a little ingenuity can have a big impact. Let's see what our homes can become. This week, a corner of my living room is going to become my new home office. I've been working a lot from home, and friends, oh my gosh, the struggle is real. Working from home can be a blessing and a curse. Having a dedicated space, even a small corner like this, will be a complete game changer. Let's get this transformation started. The first project is all about the pretty. If you know me, you know that I love color. So I'm gonna create a jumbo rainbow mural as the backdrop for my workspace. You could get really mathy here, okay? Because if you think about it, a rainbow has like a perfect arc to it. It's kind of like a jumbo compass, if you will. I think it's called a compass, right? Yeah. Sorry, geography teacher, if it's not a compass. What I have here is a yardstick. I'm going to tape my kid's chalk onto my yardstick and then use it to draw across the wall. I want my stripes to be 8 inches apart. I know this looks a little crazy, but you guys gotta trust me on this one. Spoiler alert, I've never done this before. I just think it's gonna work. Straight, straight. Oh gosh, it looks like a Picasso. Slightly more abstract than I was going for. I think I need another go at it. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is just press the yellow while I follow the existing line I already made. All right, that worked pretty well. If at first your great genius idea doesn't succeed, try again. I'm gonna do a second pass this time, putting a little more pressure on the colors that didn't show up so great on the wall the first time. I think this is gonna be the perfect second try. I picked out some great colors and I'm gonna pour those out and then I'm just gonna go to town, roll them in. All right, hold tight. Gotta get a picture of this palette for the gram. I'm all for just kind of winging it, so I'm just gonna use the colors in the order that I poured them in, and I'm gonna start at the top of my rainbow and work my way down so that I don't smudge into work that I've already done. Could have done this as a first step, it didn't really occur to me, but I am gonna kind of block off my baseboard. What I'm using are just 4-inch little mini rollers. I'm not really using the roller to roll, I'm just applying a little more pressure than I normally would. That's giving me a pretty clean line, but I do wanna go back and make sure that I don't have any drips. You could tape it off if you wanted to. That's not me. My rainbow is gonna be super organic and a little imperfect. I have the base of my rainbow on. I'm gonna give it a little time to dry, then come back and do some detailed touch-up work with just a 2-inch angled brush. I'm getting really creative with my next project for my home office. I am ironing some curtains that I'm going to be using to create a jumbo DIY memo board. I feel like when I'm working from home, I have little sticky notes and reminders and papers everywhere, so I wanted to create a place where I could pin them up, get them up on the wall. I have a project panel. It's kind of a finished piece of wood that comes pre-packaged, and then I also have a couple leftover insulation squares. Honestly, I don't even know what I had these for. And it gave me an idea that this can be like the foam part of my memo board. I'm gonna open up my project panel and then attach my foam with just a little bit of glue. Now, if you didn't wanna make a huge jumbo board like I'm doing, you could totally cut your project panel smaller and your insulation. You can really customize this. So I ironed most of the wrinkles out of my curtain panel. I swear to you, I refuse to iron my clothes, but if I need to iron for a DIY, I will. I'm gonna trim off some excess around it so it's a little bit easier to work with. I'm leaving myself about 6 inches at least all the way around. And now start at the corner, take the corner and pull it straight in. Put a single staple to hold it in place. I'm putting staples about every, I don't know, 3 to 5 inches apart. It's not a bad idea once you're done with the whole perimeter to go back and kind of reinforce the corners a little bit. That, instantly we have a memo board. I love the gray color, I love the texture with it. I think it's gonna be functional and look awesome in my new little work from home space. One of my biggest challenges from working from home is worrying about my background when I'm in a video conference. I have to worry about what is behind me, how it looks. So instead of that, I'm gonna make a backdrop that I can use for all of my video conferences. I'm gonna make it out of simple PVC pipe and a bunch of yarn that I had left over in my stash because I never did take up that knitting habit that I thought I might. I have 3 different length pieces. I'm gonna start with 2 medium pieces and a T-joint. We're gonna insert one to the top and one into the bottom. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other side. Now I'm going to connect these. In order to give this some stability, I'm gonna put on some legs. Get our final long piece, and just like that, we have the frame for our backdrop. Now, what is gonna hang from our backdrop is going to be yarn. And I am gonna do a combination of braiding, of knotting, of just hanging all kinds of yarn that will almost look like a wall hanging behind me. And here's the magic trick. You're gonna make a loop and pull it through. That's gonna hold all of the yarn on. We have some short pieces. I wanted to have a little bit of texture in there, so I cut some a little shorter, most will be longer. You're just gonna work your way down your backdrop, just braiding, knotting, and repeating over and over and over. But I gotta tell you, it's almost a little bit meditative, a bit relaxing. So have some fun with it. You're gonna be really happy in your next video conference. The final project for my corner office is gonna be my desk workspace. I like a combination of sitting when I work and also standing. So I'm gonna build a desk that can accommodate both. For this, I'm getting a little creative and I'm actually using a closet rail system combined with some more project panels. This is kind of a do what I can with what I have sort of situation, but I think it's gonna work out great. The first step will be attaching these uprights onto the lines that I found with my studs. So I spray painted this to kind of match the color palette. I used a chalky finish spray paint so it isn't like bright and shiny. This is clearly taller than a standing desk. I have it extra tall because I want to put some shelves up there for organization as well. All right, now you definitely want to make sure that if you are not going into studs that you're using wall anchors for this. When you're creating a standing workstation, what you're looking for is your elbow will be at a 90-degree angle when you're typing. That's the most ergonomic. It's gonna keep you aligned. I love that this workstation easily converts between sitting and standing. If I wanna go to a sitting desk, all I have to do is bring in my chair, adjust my brackets, and instantly have a sitting workstation. I'm using a smaller size project panel for my upper shelves. This is just a 12-inch panel here, whereas for my desk area, this is a 16-inch. I have a few more details that I need to pull together so that we can put this home office to work. It's amazing to see what your home can become with just a little creativity. I am so excited to start using my living room turned home office. Couple things I would love from you guys. Let me know what you think of this makeover. I'd love to hear your opinion on it. Also, I want to know what rooms in your home kind of need to become something else. My living room needed to become my home office. Give me some examples of struggles you're having and maybe it's something I can tackle in a later episode. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe to the Lowe's YouTube channel. You don't want to miss a single episode. Thanks, friends.